Oh, hey, so I hear you're thinking about starting a monthly giving program for your nonprofit organization. Now, some of you might even be asking, what is a monthly giving program? Well, I have great news for you. Today, we are going to be picking the brain of Jena Lynch with Donorbox, all about what is a monthly giving program and how can your nonprofit organization ensure you set up a monthly giving program that really rocks for your organization. Now, chances are, if you're in the nonprofit space trying to learn how to do fundraising better, you recognize Jena. She's literally all over the place. As one of the faces of Donorbox and co-host of the Nonprofit podcast, Jena really is such a thought leader and wonderful resource for nonprofits trying to level up their fundraising. And I am so excited that she allowed us to put her in the hot seat when it comes to monthly giving. So let's go ahead and dive on in. Jena, I am so excited to have you. And I know we don't have you for a bunch of time, so thank you for squeezing us in. I know in the Nonprofit podcast, you talk about a lot of things with donor development, and I've seen a lot of great content from you and from Donorbox about monthly giving. What is a monthly giving program?
Yes. Okay. That is a great question because monthly giving and a monthly giving program are not exactly the same thing. So I want to kind of like bust that myth right now. So I'll break it down. At the most basic level, monthly giving is when a donor signs up to give automatically every single month on your donation form, right? But a monthly giving program is something a little bit more intentional. It's a structured, like branded effort to build long-term relationships with donors who support you regularly. So think of it like a crafted experience that invites people to be a part of something bigger, right? Like a subscription to Netflix or a meal kit, right? That's something you subscribe to because it delivers something of value every single month. And your monthly giving program delivers purpose and connection every single month. So when you set up a program, this is different again from recurring giving, right? You name it, you brand it, you show supporters how their ongoing gifts create like this lasting impact, and you give it a clear sense of identity. I think this is the biggest part, right? And you make people feel like they're a member, like they're a part of this inner circle of, impact makers or whatever that may be. And so you can come up with these creative names. You can add other perks like quarterly updates or a welcome gift or early access to events, whatever is meaningful for you and your donors. But the thing is, it's about belonging, right? You're crafting an experience, and that's kind of the gist of it.
Okay. I love that. So, some nonprofits will say, oh, I have a monthly giving program, but really they just have a few reoccurring donors that they're like, oh, okay. Yeah. And so, why should nonprofits consider, again, not having a reoccurring donation option to check, but developing out a program? Why should nonprofits consider a monthly giving program?
Yes. Well, I guess this kind of falls into both, right? Having recurring options and monthly giving. There are so many reasons, but I think we'll start with the most practical one, which is that predictable income, right? Everybody needs that predictable income. And when you have monthly donors, you're not just starting every single month at zero. What a relief that is, right? You can forecast your revenue. You can make smarter decisions. You can invest in your mission and your programs with confidence, knowing that you can do that ahead of time. And it just gives you some breathing room, right? And that stability in a space where funding, especially now, can feel really uncertain. So I'm sure you probably heard this data a whole bunch, Kelly, but I wanted to lead with this. Donors who give monthly end up giving 42% more over a course of a year than one-time donors, which is a mind-blowing stat, right? That's huge. But even more impressive than that, the retention rate for recurring givers after just 1 year is about 85%. Mm-hmm. And if you compare that to the only, 20, maybe 30% of one-time donors, that's pretty massive too. So that's the kind of consistency and predictability that any nonprofit really needs. But again, it's also about being more accessible, right? Not everybody can give a $500 gift right now, but they can give $25 a month, right? And over a year, that's That's $300. Had to do some quick mathing there. And so when you lower that barrier to entry, right, you can open the door to more people but it's just a stepping stone to deeper giving, right? These donors are more likely to upgrade. They're more likely to respond to future campaigns. They're more likely to leave a legacy gift, and you're creating ambassadors for your cause. That's the big thing about monthly programs, is that these are now ambassadors that are spreading the word and casting a wider net for your organization.
Yeah. And I love it sounds like it's twofold, right? It's not just then you have, how much money might be coming in each month, but also those people are going to donate more over time, correct?
Exactly. So you're planting the seed that just keeps on growing and growing and growing.
Yeah. And then do you have any, I'm putting you on the spot a little, I know I would claim 7 minutes of your time. Do you have any quick recommendations as like a first step if you're thinking about a monthly giving program?
Yes. Okay. I think that is a great question. You don't need a massive campaign or a huge, big, fancy marketing plan to get started, though you do need to have a plan in place, but it's all about avoiding that analysis paralysis. So here's how I recommend approaching it. Of course, I think having a great donation tool like Donorbox can really help you have those things in line, right? So membership forms are a huge one, right? So with features like that, you can structure your monthly giving program as a membership experience, right? Offering tiered levels of giving and benefits like special updates, events, recognition, like I said before. And this is a great way to make your monthly giving program feel special and more engaging and help your donors feel like they're more, again, part of that community as opposed to just that one-off monthly giving interval on your donation form. So I think that's number one, right? Having the right tools in place. And then to complement that too, I think having a donor portal, which Donorbox offers, is such a great tool for monthly donors. So you have your tools, right, to manage your monthly donors, but they need their own as well. So a donor portal lets them log in, manage their subscriptions, update their payment methods, track their giving history on their own. And this really just makes it easier for them to stay engaged, manage the way that they want to give in a way that feels meaningful to them. And it just like reduces that friction and all that administrative work on the back end. So that's the techie stuff, right? But then I'd say from there, give it a name and give it a purpose, right? I've seen the coolest, cheekiest names for monthly giving programs. It doesn't have to be monthly sustainer program. That's not very cool or sexy, is it? Right? So you want to create something that makes people feel like they belong, right? Make it feel like it's a club or a community, and bounce some ideas off of like your board, your staff, even your closest donors to see what would resonate, right? But then define the purpose. There's no point in having a program if there is no definable purpose. So what are you trying to achieve with this monthly program? Why does it matter? Is it to fund a specific initiative, right? Is it a scholarship or a community project? Is it just for that long-term sustainability? So tie it to a tangible goal, right? Communicate that to your donors so that you increase their connection and their commitment to it. So really define that, right? So, and define the donations to the impact, right? This amount, $20, what does that accomplish in a month? X, Y, Z, right? Does it, give kids a backpack for school every single month? Supplies? What does that look like, right? And Kelly, you talk about this so well throughout the program, is like making sure you have a plan for showing appreciation, right? Mm-hmm. Thank you again and again and again. Great to have a plan for the program. How are you engaging folks? Say thank you. Mm-hmm. Go beyond your confirmation emails. Send them quarterly updates, handwritten notes, milestone shout outs, social media shout outs, all of that good stuff, right? And think about those little extras too. So you don't need a big budget for this. I think this is the part that really intimidates people when it comes to thinking about creating a monthly giving program, is those little small touches, right? That exclusive monthly email, a digital badge, early access to events if you do them, right? It can make people feel so valued. Mm-hmm. And some orgs even create private Slack channels or Facebook groups or donor walls to recognize these folks. And again, you're just kind of honing in on that community feeling. Okay, last thing, I know I'm talking your ear off, right? if you're doing this, if you're putting in all the time of effort, you got to talk about it, and you got to talk about it often, right? This is front and center. Don't just treat it like it's a one-off campaign by any means, right? You want to feature it on your homepage of your website, but not only that, give it its own landing page on your website, right? Let it be the star of a whole page. Mention it in your emails, link it out in your emails, make it an option in every single appeal. So you can give, or you can join our monthly program, right? Just like the more visible this program is, the more normalized it is, and more people will join in. So, I just feel all of that at you, but hopefully that gives you a handful of steps that you can take with.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, Jena. And I know these were a lot of nuggets. I said, we're going to put you in the hot seat. And thank you for trusting me, because I think so much of this advice the nonprofits are just going to grab onto. So thank you again for your time. And where can people, if they want more information, where can people find you?
Yes. So I would say go to donorbox.org, right? Just donorbox.org. That's really easy. Or donorbox.org/blog. We have an incredibly active blog with so many wonderful resources, especially about monthly giving, that you can really dive into.
Awesome. Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
Whew. Wow. Jena really is a wealth of knowledge, and I'm so excited we were able to pick her brain. Now, if you're wondering, where can I get more information on monthly giving? Again, remember to check out donorbox.com/blogs. They have tons of free resources and the Nonprofit Podcast. Now, if you're looking for more advice on how to level up your nonprofit's marketing, make sure to subscribe below and leave me a comment, and I will see you next week for another Nonprofit Marketing Nerd Out.